My name's Marina O'Connell and I'm a director at the Apricot Centre, which is based in the gorgeous village of Dartington, Totnes, Devon. And we took on a farm in 2015, and before that I've been farming for the previous 30 years. I'm a horticulturalist and I have been growing in what I would now call regenerative farming since the 1980s. My mother's Dutch. She was 6th generation, which makes me 7th generation horticulturalist from the Netherlands. The horticulture came through, I guess, in my blood, and spending a lot of time in the Netherlands as a child, I saw that's what people did for a living, and so that was what I decided I wanted to do when I grew up. I've been growing, but also doing a huge amount of training, so that's how I'd like to introduce myself. Yeah, so I met Mark, and one weekend I actually can picture where we were because we were standing in the middle of the field that is now the school farm. So it was actually a barley field to start with. And what I noticed was that we were reading the same books, and it just really was a wake-up call as to how similar the underlying paradigm, I think I would call it now, the underlying way of thinking about health for our psychological systems or our mental well-being, as we would say nowadays, and health for our environmental systems are actually dovetailed and identical, actually. So we got married a few years later, and that thinking has progressed over those years, 30 odd years now. The current pinnacle of expression of that is in the gut biome garden that is being formally opened tomorrow. So it feels like this whole thing has come full circle from standing in that field reading with the same books to the real embodiment, if you like, of this gut biome garden in the middle of a beautiful regenerative farm. What's magical for me, having walked over that farm in 2014, before we took it on, I walk round and it's now a three-dimensional system. You know, I walk through it, not on it. And about year 10, something kind of magical happens. The whole system really starts kind of glowing, I would say. So the soil is a completely different beast. You know, every single week we're finding new animals turning up. The crops are superb. I have farmers ring me up and go, "Your fields are green. Can I come and harvest your green for my cows?" Or, you know, or like this year, it's wet. The road didn't flood this year. Why is that, Marina? Because, yeah, hey. So I really wanted to let the farm speak for itself because I hit such a strong kind of pushback when we set out on this journey. I really decided that the best thing for me was to just let the farm speak for itself, and that's what it's now doing. But it really speaks to the fact that when you do these things, they are bold. And there's a lovely poem by Goethe that says, "Be bold. Creativity and genius will come and meet you, and all sorts of other things will happen to meet you on your journey." And it's true. So, you know, the first steps are difficult because they look so radical, but feel the fear and do it anyway. Obviously, I'm speaking from the UK. These systems need to be adapted to different parts of the world. What we're trying to do is create a template that other people can copy, and we're trying to offer that for free. So a lot of this information is open sourced as much as we possibly can to allow people to adapt it to where they are so that it can just spread out all over the world. As much as possible. And I'm probably sitting here, in my beautiful garden, make it sound terribly easy. It's not. I'll just say, on one hand, once you've got the basic techniques, it's quite straightforward, but you need teamwork is key, and being kind to yourself. And, you know, yeah, it's a long slog, so a packet of chocolate biscuits helps. See my management style coming out. Nothing that a packet of chocolate biscuits doesn't help with.